Hello internet! Before we start the video, you might see there's a border that isn't normally there, and on top you will see BlueStacks 5. Let me just correct myself. It's BlueStacks 5! BlueStacks, the pioneer of Android gaming on PC and the world's leading mobile gaming platform, has launched its biggest ever update, BlueStacks 5, a powerhouse of speed and performance. BlueStacks 5 has the largest game library even as compared to huge game-dedicated applications like Steam, Epic, or Origin. And all the games that is on your BlueStacks 4 right now, it's also supported in BlueStacks 5. As compared to previous version, BlueStacks 5 have 40% less memory usage than other app players or mobile devices, and 40% faster startup than before. And yeah, today will be a dedicated video to just show you what BlueStacks 5 is all about. It is basically an improved version of BlueStacks 4, which is among the most popular emulator already that I'm sure that you might use. And yeah, today we'll be running, our normal game, Epic 7, in BlueStacks 5, and just to see the performance. I've not experienced any lag yet, but let's move on to our main theme for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 290 speed Pavel. Oh, you came a long way, Pavel. I remember the first time I used him, he was like 260 something speed. Oh, he was a child back then. I know what you might be thinking. What about the crit chance? I'll be honest, I do not have a good answer, but I would say if I could turn this into a crit chance set, I'll have a pretty solid Pavel, but I don't have a faster speed helm on crit set, sadly, so which is why I'm running Midnight Bloom. It's 16% extra, so it'll bring me to like 80, 91. With C-Dom's passive, I get 3.6 extra. If I have SSS, I'll reach 100 easily, but I don't have SSS, for whatever the reason is. We'll be using this Pavel in our usual cleave, which is why I brought back OS for a bit, but she won't be here for long because, we all know who the Lord and Savior is. Anyways, up until this point, BlueStacks 5 is running pretty smoothly. And the cool part to note, the CPU usage and the memory usage of BlueStacks 5 is actually considerably low, which I'm pretty surprised for, considering in BlueStacks 4, I used to have like way more usage in terms of CPU and everything. Here we go. What? I am looking at a Fire Maya. I'm actually looking at a Fire Maya. What in the world? They do have speed imprint, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put Pavel to the test. But I think they are gonna ban Pavel though. I really want to just see with speed imprint, can they outspeed me somehow, even with a 290 speed Pavel? And here we go. That's the entire cleave. It's so disgusting. This might sound pretty random, but just to know, my forehead is still level 40. Wait, it's level 59. Yeah, my lead is level 59. It's just to trigger people. But yeah, our first victim of the 290 speed Pavel that just lost the ability to soul burn. I did not think this through. This is really bad because I've lowered Pavel's offensive stats for speed, which now means like he might not be able to one-tap people with just S2, which is pretty like, I don't know, dude. That's a 280 speed Maya. What? Well, anyways. Even with 290 speed, Pavel's still doing this. Look at that. Let's go. Eat my plane. Oh, I think we should still be fine because I think Maya only provokes, but who would have thought? What in the world is this? I guess it really doesn't matter, but if you would just take a look at this one thing that you might have missed, like you missed a really important part of this fight, which is the frame rate doesn't drop. I remember that. I did that in my LD player promotion. And there we go. That's the cleave with the 290 speed Pavel. It's a counter dizzy. Oh, get him. What a beautiful way to end this. Let's go, Pavel. Hit her too. Hit her too. Just mug her off. God. How dare you? Pavel is insane. But what's a 280 speed Maya though? I've never seen that. I mean, that's probably like a 275 Maya, considering my OS was 275 and she almost outspent me, so she could technically be 282 if it's, speed RNG and all, but you cannot stop the 290 Pavel. Up until this point, I've not experienced any lag at all, to be honest. I'm very hyped for the Ruel skin. I can't believe it. When I saw like it's Ruel skin next season, imagine if for the entirety of next season, I will only use DPS Ruel just to get to master, just to make a dramatic like sort of a comeback, because DPS Ruel didn't work the first time. And if I can make her work, I'll obtain a skin. That will be such a good story to tell. Jesus Christ. Oh, you little politics. Lilica doesn't have all her gears. Oh no. They should ban Pal. Oh, what? I am undergoing a severe brain trauma. My question to you. Why? Wait, I do have the soul burn here, but we have the soul burn here. Boom. We get a little push up there. And now, did we hit politics? Dude, that's so lucky though. Now we kill off Cerise. 290 speed Pavel. Doing work. Look at that damage. Oh shit. The highest attack is filtered, not C-Dom. I have the E on Pavel that gives attack buff. to the highest attack unit instead. Oh shit, I crit! Right, now, what's the right move here? I think I'll have to do this. Try and strip the Charon. Oh no. It'll probably just be a... Yeah, it's gonna be a Charon solo. Well, that's too bad. But yeah, as you can see, even if we lose in such a disgraced manner, the frame rate doesn't drop. The entirety of Cleave in this game has been deterred so much. It's kind of sad that I'm choosing now to just play a Cleave. And our opponent, Ruben Emma. If you pick her and Charon, it's like throwing me to the Pacific Ocean and asking me to find a taco. Now then, why? Oh, that's a good way to see what Pavel could do. I already showed freaking... I showed I showed Arbiter Mildred so the enemy might pick Arby. And then I showed Watcher Shuri too so the enemy might pick Watcher Shuri now. Perfecto. Little Queen. I think they're gonna ban Arby, which is why I'm going to try and ban off this girl. I do have a bit of AoE, so we should be fine against S10A. And they should ban Arby. They don't ban Arby? We are likely gonna lose this one. Or are we? Anyways, here's a test of Pavel's true capabilities. And the 290 speed Pavel. Oh, we didn't crit. Well then, I'm pretty sure we can still push back Boaz and we need to push them back. Come on. Push back. Yes. If we gab, maybe, but we didn't gab. Right, that goes and oh, what's this? You need to kill Watcher Shuri, but you can't hit me, dude. There we go. Yeah, you can't kill me that way. There we go. Now then, how? I think the right move here is to just S2 and kill off S10A first. And boom, there we go. Oh, now then, massacre. They'll have to murder everyone. But there we go. The feeling of power. Here's the snakes, dude. Arbiter Mildred is definitely balanced. And even with Arbiter Mildred's S3, you're missing something really important in this fight. The frame rate doesn't drop. Well, anyways, Pavel, let's go. Ooh. That's insane. For someone that's 290 speed to do that damage, that's crazy, dude. I really need another book holder. Does Watcher Shuri even have gear? Oh, here we go. The ultimate speed test. I'm going to pick Pavel as a final pick. This is like a whole psychological thing. It's probably just me imagining things, but I'm gonna say it in a way that it kind of makes sense. We picked Pavel last pick. You might be like, this guy last picking Pavel, he might not be that quick, because if he was that quick, he would have been confident and picked him earlier. And in conclusion, he will not ban my Pavel. It makes so much sense, right? Absolutely. And I'm gonna do Watcher Shuri here, so we do get a speed imprint. And this actually, hang on a minute. I just realized this, but with speed imprint, my Pavel's 300 speed. Oh my god. He really wants to use Rylet, huh? I've never seen people banning Brasseria, huh? Just pick Rylet. You have him all along? Right, here's where I pause a bit. I'll pick Pavel, absolutely, but I'll pause a bit to make him think that I'm really not confident in Pavel's speed. Most of this is just me chatting shit, to be honest, but just ignore me and think that I'm right, so like, you know, I feel better. Do I risk and use Pavel to try and kill Arby? He does have speed, you know, I lower his attack and crit damage by quite a bit, but he does have speed scaling. So with 300 speed, he should be able to kill any Arby unless it's a degen Arby. And boom, they do ban Emma Lilica. I would have banned her too. I do have imprint on Sigrid, which is why I'm going to do this. Here we go. What? You are absolutely bullshitting. You have a 310 speed? Cerise? Well, time to push you back. You already lost this. I'm not sure why I'm even still in here. Push him back. There we go. Don't shoot. That's speed ING. That has to be. You don't just run around in goal with a 310 speed Cerise. You don't. I mean, I guess he's in master, but bro, this defeat is an embodiment of my shame. And I shall cut it off with one of the newer functions of BlueStacks 5. Yet another very useful function, might I add. The memory trim function. It's simple. How you use this, simply click on it and boom. You get to see how much memory have you freed up. So if you're actually having troubles with, you know, running the game smoothly, and if you have like a PC that's lackluster, you can actually use this function to try to smooth the gameplay that you're having. How is that for a segue? It's a really useful function for, especially, I have a laptop which is really like, its performance isn't really that great. So this function would really benefit someone with rather, you know, not as beastly as a PC. This is the first one that I've seen has this, and it's so easy to use as well. I've been recording for a while, and up to this point, I'm quite happy with BlueStacks 5 performance. Like, I've not experienced any lag at all, and the frame rates and all are all pretty stable. I don't see a lot of fluctuations. It does happen sometimes, but not a lot at all. And honestly, the overall gameplay experience is pretty smooth. And this guy, A Mildred SSS and bans A Mildred. Something tells me you don't have an SSS Mildred or even one single Copy. Why am I facing a guy in placements? Yo, I just realized this. If they let Watcher Shuri and Vildred through with Pavel, that's like a 306 speed Pavel. Yo. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the 300 speed Pavel getting let through. We should have this. Only one way to find out. So all I gotta do, S2, boom. And this is the perfect time for me to end this Celine, which is the key to defeating me from their end. But I'm gonna do that in style by using BlueStacks Keymapping. With this, you have QWE, which each stands for, I just targeted the wrong unit. Each stands for skill 1, skill 2, and skill 3. And yeah, you can click them instead of clicking the mouse, which is pretty cool. Just to be a little bit more swag, I will use my keyboard instead of the mouse to just use this skill. Boom, there we go. I might have misplayed so hard. Right, so Charon goes. You can S3. Well, that's all you can do. You don't even crit. So boom, there we go. 300 speed, you ain't stopping that. Ooh. The key to victory is using S3 right now, which I'm gonna use BlueStack 5's Keymapping to click on it in style. Double click with the Q. Ooh, get it! You can actually edit the controls as well, exactly as you want. If this D that I mentioned earlier, if I want it to target someone like, I don't know, like Crow, I could just put it here. I could also change the D to say if I want it to be 0. And there you go. Once you click 0, you enter an input of a mouse click in this position. If you're new and you can't quite auto yet, you could use this function to make your farming a bit more endurable, because you know, you can just double click on the key mappings and it'll click it for you instead of you dragging your mouse all along. And once you've done your key mapping, you can test it out. And I'm gonna click confirm without touching the confirm button with the mouse. Oh, magic, dude. With the help of key mapping, you can map your keys anywhere on the screen, and you know, for functions such as these as well, where I personally like to use. Now then, before I get caught by FBI, I get rid of the speed imprint, and you have to get rid of mine. You don't? This world is filled with astounding people, man. If you are another 310 speed Cerise, I'm going to uninstall. Right, so I think I'll have to spend this over in here. I really think Pavel can just end this on his own already. I mean, end the other 3 units at least. So that's a dead Cerise. Oh, I never thought I'd see the day where I will see a 300 speed Pavel on my screen, man. Oh, come on, dude. 300 speed Pavel too strong. Come before my Pavel. And I'll show you something that you're probably quite familiar with, which is BlueStacks multi-instance manager, which already exists in BlueStacks 4. But right now in BlueStacks 5, you can create multiple instances like before. You can instantly customize what sort of instances that you want and how much RAM or CPU that you want to dedicate to each instance, which is pretty handy. And if you are re-rolling in a game, or if you are booting up just your alt account, I would pick something like a medium. Yeah, just keep everything on medium to, you know, make everything perfect, and just hit create. And almost instantly you have another instance where you can start it up, and here we go. And by getting solo instances, you might experience some lag, which, let's say you have 5 instances, you're re-rolling the game and you're experiencing lag. You can boot up eco mode, just boot it up. As you boot up eco mode, it'll limit your frame rate, it'll lower your CPU and GPU usage. As you can see right here, it's been lowered considerably as compared to a BlueStacks without eco mode. And according to preferences or your PC, you can limit this FPS anywhere you want in between 1 and 30. And just to calm your curiosity, here's what 1 looks like. Yeah, you might not want 1. And that was the new and improved 290 speed. And pretty much in a cleave that I use, he's pretty much, we can assume that he's basically 300 speed. That is the ultimate Pavel. And he still has lots of potential. All I need is just a crit set helm with decent speed. You know, I wish it would have the same or even higher speed. There's a lot of potential on this too, because it's only 15 speed here. If I can get like a 20 speed one, he can be even faster. And to end the video, with BlueStacks 5, I ran this game for quite a bit, and it's absolutely seamless and smooth. Everything looks pretty much beautiful. There's a lot of tools, like such as a lot of, you know, normal stuff like the screenshot right here. Increasing and decreasing volumes, macro manager, and all of that. Even APK, so you can install Android's APK and then run it in BlueStacks. It'll install it for you, which really does increase the amount of games that you can actually play on this. Overall, I'm really satisfied with how BlueStacks 5 is running for me, and I definitely recommend you to try out, you know, if you're an Epic 7 player, try out Epic 7 in BlueStacks 5. Most people will probably have BlueStacks 4, and yeah, BlueStacks 5 is basically a better version version, and there's no reason for you not to switch. If you do want to try it out, I have a link in the description below. You can click that and use my link. Actually, it will help support the channel if you do use my link to download it. For now, they do have plans for features such as Mac or M1 support, and even supporting a higher version of Android, so you don't have to worry about this OS being obsolete, as you know, it always keeps up with the trend. So that is all for today. Leave a like and just subscribe to my channel. Keep commenting on random ideas. I'll pick some up if I need. Thank you for watching, and the frame rate doesn't drop.